actually, what's beautiful about these phones is all of these phones, the calculators were pretty much the same, except for the Apples. Yeah. They're not as fun to me. In college, they would have been a lot more fun because they are what we call Polish notation calculators, so that everything goes backwards. And I was an HP guy, so HP does everything in Polish notation. All right. First things first, I need to remember that that cosine law of cosines rule, right? And the easy way to remember that law of cosines rule is a squared plus b squared equals c squared, right? Okay? And then the other thing I need to know is, but that's for a right triangle. We use law of cosines because it's not a right triangle. So then it's minus 2ab cosine of the c. And that's really how you kind of remember it. It's a nice, easy way to remember it. Okay? I don't think I'm going to have to find the angle. What I want to do is find a height, right? Oh, I don't even think I need that. Oh,
Let's find the area.
This is beautiful. Find the area, right? Oh, yeah, we don't even need that. Because watch.
You just do
If I choose the right height, right? I got to do a height that is relative to one of these sides and uses this angle. Does that make sense? That's the hard part. Like you're like, well, how do you know which side? You're like, okay, you have to use one of these sides because those are the sides you're dealing with, right? And then you have to also use this angle on one of the heights. So this, for instance, this would be a good one, right? Because that's a height. It's perpendicular, right? And we know that area is equal to 1/2 the base times the height. Right? And in this case, the base becomes this. Right? In this case, the base becomes 14. So we're talking about 1/2 of 14 times the height. I just have to learn what that height is. Well, what's beautiful about this triangle, so I'm going to take this triangle and I'm going to give it a color. See how I make it this orange? And so maybe this will help you if I draw the triangle outside of the triangle. Does that make sense? Okay, and then I have this right angle. I don't know what this side is, but I do know what this angle is. This is 27 degrees, right? And I also know that this hypotenuse, and how do I know it's a hypotenuse? Is because it's across from the right angle, right?
Yes.
Okay? So I know the hypotenuse, and I want to know this guy, x. I want to know this height, right? That's the whole key. So the only thing I need here is h, or in this case, x. So we're going to call it x. Let h be x. Okay? So to find this, I have to know with what respect is that to 27 degrees. Is that opposite or is it adjacent? It's opposite. Okay? So now I know that that's opposite, that's hypotenuse, right? So it's dealing with h and o, which is so, right? So then we're talking about the sine of 27 degrees is equal to opposite, in this case x, over the hypotenuse, which in this case is 6. Now I'm going to multiply both sides by 6, and I get 6 sine of 27 is equal to x. And the beautiful part is, if I want, I could just plug that in. The area is equal to 1/2 times 14 times 6 times the sine of 27. Right? And I plug that in my calculator. And in fact, I could think of that as 7 times 6. So in my head, before I even plug it in the calculator, what's 7 times 6?
42.
So it's 42 sine 27. Right? So I can just plug that into my calculator. 42, turn the calculator, sine 27, and it's 1906. The area is equal to 19.1, and then because it's 067, right? And so that 6 turns that 0 into a 1. And remember, area is square, so it's yards squared. And that's it. That's not that bad.
How did you type in? You just did-
So for that calculator, you're going to have to do, yeah, you still do 42 sine 27, right?
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. That was not too bad.